Hey guys, Zigner here. We're going to take a quick look at creating a table and then importing a graph for that table in Google Sheets. This is actually an assignment that my students are doing, but I wanted to share this with you and actually get a little bit better using Google Sheets. Here we go. You can see right here, I've got a table that I've already created in Google Docs with New Jersey's number of positive COVID cases, and I'm going to use this data to help me create the Google Sheet. So I've already opened one up right here. You can see I renamed it NJ COVID Tracker Table and Graph. So here's just one idea of how you could create a table and then a graph in Google Sheets. Alrighty. So let's call this first column date. And maybe the second column could be just COVID cases. There you go. Now, I'm going to play with this a little bit. I'm going to highlight the whole entire spreadsheet by clicking right here, this little gray square above the number 1 and to the left of the letter A. That highlights the whole spreadsheet and allows me to make whatever changes I want to the entire spreadsheet. So maybe a different font. Lobster sounds like fun. Maybe kick up the size a little bit, 12. And that's going to change the entire spreadsheet. Don't think I need bold, italics. Black is fine for the text. How about maybe we can center this. So I'm going to do my horizontal alignment and move it to center. That way everything I type is in the middle of the cell. Okay, good enough. All right, now I'm going to, let's see, bring down a little ways here. A little highlighting for columns A and B. Now this would depend on how many points of data you want to put in. I'm just going to do a few. Let's turn this into something that would look like a table. So I'm going to come up here to my toolbar, and right here, this is called borders. Click that, and I'm going to just do this top left one called all borders. There we go. Now look at that. It looks like right out of like a math textbook. Might even change the highlighted color for these right here. Here's my paint fill color. Just pick something decent about this yellowish color. Yeah, that works. All right, so I think my data is from January, so let's just say the 1st, 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. I'm just 1/4, 1/5, and so on. I don't have to do all those. I'm not going to go on for too long here. But now let's go over here and get our COVID cases, 5541. On the 2nd, New Jersey had 5528. On the 3rd, 3676. The 4th, 2292. And the 5th, 5400. 5400. You know what? I'm going to finish these dates since I made it. It'll also let you see something interesting in the graph. Okay, so let's say it was only the 5th, and this is the last piece of data we actually had. So I would need to wait for the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th to arrive, and before I could gather those numbers and put them in. But as you put these numbers in, they're going to be reflected in the graph that we're about to pull into this Google Sheet. So once you have your table set up, now what I want to do is highlight the whole table that I've made so far, even including these cells that I haven't filled in with numbers yet. Now I come all the way over here on the toolbar and click on Insert Chart. You'll notice the icon looks like a box with, maybe that's like a bar graph inside. Click on that. Now Google Sheets is going to try to figure out a graph that might work. So they've got a line graph here. And while a line graph is good for change over time, I think I'm going to go with a bar graph. Now I've got 2 types here. I want to use column chart. There we go. Drag this over a little bit so it's not on top of the table. Maybe make it the same height as my table. Maybe even drag it over a little bit. Okay. Let's play with the chart a little bit. while those are looks perfectly fine, there are things you can do to edit, and I thought I'd share that with you. So like a background color, maybe could do some sort of, I like blues. How about this medium blue? Oh, that's washing out the bars, so I'm gonna have to change that color also. I really like this 3D setting down here, so I'm gonna change that to 3D. I love when the bars look three-dimensional. You can change the font in your graph. Maybe choose this wide one. Oh yeah, nice and bold. I really like how that looks. I think I'm gonna change the bar color too. Now that's not in the chart style. It's actually under series, which is kind of interesting. And see, there you go. We can change the color of the bar also. So what would pop and show here? Maybe, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna close that chart editor, click once in my graph. I could even drag this across, spread out those bars. And if you notice that as I highlight over each one, it's gonna tell me the numbers and the dates from my table here. And now watch this. See, even though this is blank, it's going to fill them in as I add more numbers here. For instance, the 6th, let's go back. And what was the 6th? 5028, 5028, 5028. Now, when I press enter, watch over here for the 6, it's going to add the new bar. There it is. And see, you can just keep on adding your data and building your graph. All right, well, I hope this video was helpful, especially for my students and for anyone who is interested in learning a little bit more about what Google Sheets can do for you. All right, have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye now.